everyone, this is Jerod M. I'm going to do another reaction comparison video. This is a patron request, and this has to do with Waving Through a Window, which is from Pentatonix, but it's also the original performance, or the one that is being compared in this video, is from Platt from the Dear Evan Hansen, which is this is his live performance at the Tony Awards in 2017. So I've been wanting to do this comparison actually since this video came out. My initial reaction to Waving Through a Window with Pentatonix was incredible. I really liked it, but I haven't seen it since that video. So it'll be cool to see the comparison of how this is done, you know, on this Tony's performance, and then again to hear what Pentatonix did. It'll be cool to hear it. So it's kind of a comparison, not saying one is better than the other, or, you know, not trying to throw shade and say, oh, whatever. So just bear with me on this. This is just fun to hear the same song being sung by different people, see how they take it artistically. So with that being said, we can go ahead and start with the Platt version, and we're gonna go ahead and play.
One of the things that we all want in life is to connect. Our next nominee for Best Musical is a deeply personal and profoundly contemporary story about a young man who wants more than anything to belong. But his chance to make that connection is threatened when he writes a letter that was never meant to be seen, tells a lie that was never meant to be told, and suddenly gets the life he never dreamed he could have. Please welcome Tony nominees Mike Feist, Rachel Bay Jones, and my friend Ben Platt with the company of Dear Evan Hansen.
Okay. Nice intro, I like that.
I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare.
He's got a good voice.
No slipping up if you
I recognize him, I just don't remember hearing his voice.
I got nothing to share. No, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but
that is a
nobody
challenging
can hear,
song.
so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window.
Come on, man.
Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me?
I like his I like his delivery of this. It's not his interpretation, but it's very good.
In our eyes. We start believing that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window.
I finally get this song.
I try to
Sorry.
speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. Waiting through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waiting? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside,
Nice.
Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving? Waving! Waving! Whoa!
Wow. Dang. You give him that ovation. Come on now. All those snobs sitting down. That was really good. That gives me a whole new perspective on that song. Not that Pentatonix didn't deliver it. It was my first listen to that song, period. So now that I've seen the context of what, you know, the play is about, what the musical's about, first of all, that song needs an award or something. It's really well written. But he's also performing it very well. I can't believe I haven't seen this guy sing more often. It takes a lot, especially at a show like that, the Tony Awards, to be one person on the stage. Yeah, he had some people there at the end, but to be one person and just owning it, owning that whole stage. So that was just awesome. So let me go ahead and pull up the Pentatonix version. Now that I know what this song is really talking about, it's really cool. I feel silly, sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and hit play. All right, come on, Pentatonix. Nice. I mean, they start it the same way. That's cool.
I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare. No slipping up if you slip away. So I've got nothing to share. No, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak,
very nice.
But nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me?
Man.
We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we
So cool.
belong.
His voice
But
sounds
every
so good
sun
here.
doesn't rise.
Always sounds good.
And no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting
Yeah.
burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, because you've learned.
On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really
Running around the
crash
goodness
or
field.
even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Did I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass.
okay? Y'all, they did that really a lot of justice now that I've seen it side to side, and I hope you saw it too. They really nailed that. They kept all the elements from the show or from that performance in it. They brought in, they obviously made it very them, Pentatonix, but they didn't take away from it. They kept the, I guess, the Broadway feel. What's really cool is they're doing it with voices. Like, you know, in the first performance with Ben Platt, they had a backing track. They had instruments, they had the drums, they had everything else backing them up. I don't know if it was live or if it was a backing track like pre-recorded. Regardless, with Pentatonix, it's just their voices. All the sounds in there that you're hearing is the voices, and that to me is what makes them a force. You know, again, I'm not trying to say one is better than the other or anything like that, but what I'm trying to say is that Pentatonix, when I do these comparisons, is they're executing with excellence songs using just their voices, and they're filling the spaces that normally you'd have other instruments and things doing. Not to mention, I'm going to give a shout out to their production. You know, whoever's producing their songs, I know Ben Bram, a lot of these guys are arranging, doing a lot of stuff, but they're mixers, they're audio engineers, they're masters. These guys are doing an incredible job taking voices and blending them to be so clean and just like instruments. Now, I've heard Pentatonix live, so they're not doing much different live than they're doing in a recording. So, you know, shout out to the tech crew. Sorry, I don't know who you guys are, but shout out to you guys. I know how much work goes into that. I do my own music. I master and mix it and do everything. And just one song is so much work. It's so much work, and you're doing this for, man, hats off to you guys. Anyway, thank you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hopefully you'll tune in for the next video. Bye.